What if the missing piece in the Commanders' defense isn't a prospect, but a name many think is impossible? This is Commanders Fan News today with another update that could completely change the way you see Washington's defense heading into 2025. The departure of Dante Fowler Jr. left a deep hole, and we're not just talking about the 10.5 sacks he tallied in 2024. We're talking about leadership, presence, someone who commanded respect every time he lined up on the edge. Has the answer come? Not yet. And it's exactly this silence that's making the fan base restless. Yes, Jacob Martin arrived, but let's be honest, no one sees him as a true replacement. Meanwhile, the big names passed by like comets. Myles Garrett re-signed, TJ Watt never left the rumor mill, and now there's Trey Hendrickson, a four-time Pro Bowler who, as far as we know, is still on the radar of those who have a championship vision. But then comes the cold shower. Diana Rossini of The Athletic revealed that all signs still indicate the Bengals will try to keep Hendrickson. Nothing new. Maybe. But it confirms that hope is the last element in our playbook. The reality is clear. The Commanders are approaching rookie minicamp with a glaring gap in the pass rush. And if that piece doesn't come, the risk isn't just compromising the defense. It's slowing down the momentum of a rebuild that surprised the entire country in 2024 under Adam Peters and Dan Quinn. The question remains, is there still a surprise move being cooked up behind the scenes? If you believe this team still has a bold plan to fill that gap, drop your comment below. And of course, if you like this content and want to stay with us every step of the way on the journey to glory, subscribe to the Commanders Fan News Today channel and turn on notifications. The season is just beginning. But as the clock ticks toward training camp, the front office maintains the approach it adopted since Adam Peters arrived: strategic silence. No leaks, no impulsive statements, just calculated moves, and that, as frustrating as it may be to some fans, has worked. The 2024 campaign proved that this new philosophy gets results. Washington returned to competing with soul, with identity. The defense, under Dan Quinn's leadership, became a fortress in many moments. And it's precisely why the absence of an elite edge rusher weighs so heavily. Without a player capable of consistently pressuring the quarterback, the entire structure becomes vulnerable. So we return to Trey Hendrickson, a name that isn't just wanted, it's needed. The question is, what's the cost? And more importantly, how far are the Commanders willing to go to make that final leap? The Bengals don't want to part ways with Hendrickson, and the player wants a contract that shakes the market. It's a tough equation, but not an impossible one. And if Adam Peters has shown anything in recent months, it's his ability to wait for the right moment to strike with precision. Meanwhile, the fan watches, waits, and hopes this opportunity doesn't slip away. Because in an NFC that's becoming more unpredictable, one piece could be the difference between dreaming and winning. And now I want to hear from you, Commanders fan. Is it worth paying the price for Hendrickson? Or should we trust what we already have at home? Drop your comment below. And if you like this video, want to stay on top of everything happening behind the scenes, in negotiations and on the field, don't forget to subscribe to the Commanders Fan News Today channel and hit the bell. Here, you live every moment with the intensity of a true fan. Because deep down, this discussion goes beyond stats and contracts. It touches the soul of a team that spent years being underestimated, ignored, treated as a background player in a conference dominated by giants. But 2024 changed that. The Commanders proved they are no longer willing to accept mediocrity as the standard. With Jaden Daniels leading the offense and a new defensive DNA being shaped, this is the moment to make it clear that Washington is ready to truly compete. And every team with big dreams needs a name that makes an impact. A player who intimidates before the snap. A silent leader who turns pressure into opportunity. And that's exactly what Trey Hendrickson represents. Imagine him in a Commanders jersey. Imagine him lined up alongside names that have already shown fire in their eyes. The energy shifts. The mindset shifts. The game shifts. But time is against us. The rookie minicamp is just around the corner. And every day without an answer, every delayed negotiation, represents one more step into uncertainty, something Adam Peters and Dan Quinn have been trying to eliminate since they arrived. If there's a plan, now's the time to execute it. If there's a move in the works, let it come like a surgical strike, because true contenders don't wait for opportunity. They create it. And you, Commanders fan, what would you do if you were in the front office? Go all in for Hendrickson, or save your chips for a safer opportunity? Share your opinion with us in the comments. And now, let me be honest with you. As a Commanders fan, I can't pretend I'm calm about this situation. We lost our main pass rusher. Fowler may not have been a superstar in the league, but he was the guy who put real pressure on opposing quarterbacks. And now, what do we have? Jacob Martin? With all due respect, he's not the name that lets me sleep easy before facing an elite offense. The truth is, Trey Hendrickson would be the perfect piece. He's explosive, smart, technical, and more than that, he has a winner's mindset. He's the kind of signing that sends a message to the rest of the league. Washington isn't here to take part, it's here to truly compete. But I get it, the price is high. Maybe we'll have to give up future picks or take on a big contract. But honestly, if we want to climb out of the middle of the pack and finally contend for titles, at some point you have to take risks. And this is the kind of risk I'd proudly accept. If Adam Peters makes this move, he won't just be signing a defender. He'll be proving that this new era of the Commanders is for real. That we're no longer accepting endless rebuilds, but instead building a winning identity. And if that happens, mark my words, FedEx Field will shake again. Because Washington fans are tired of waiting. And we deserve a team that reflects that passion. And you know what? If I could send a message straight to Adam Peters right now, it would be simple. If you truly believe this roster can take the next step, then don't hesitate. Go get the guy. Because championship teams aren't built with fear. They're built with courage, with vision, and with bold decisions at the right time. Commanders fans have already proven they're ready. We packed the stadium, celebrated every play, suffered through every loss, and we're still here. Because we believe. Because this team, after so many years of uncertainty, finally seems to have found its path. But that path needs reinforcements. It needs impact. It needs a name like Trey Hendrickson to turn potential into reality. So the challenge is on. The decision is in the front office's hands, but the voice of the fans also matters. And that's why I ask you, Commanders fan, do you think Washington should go all in for Hendrickson or focus on developing what's already on the roster? Leave your comment below because your opinion matters, and together we're stronger. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, if you want to keep following every step of this new era in Washington with news, analysis, and fan-to-fan opinions, make sure to subscribe to Commanders Fan News today. Hit the bell and come along with us on this journey. Because this isn't just football. This is passion. This is soul. This is Commanders. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about stats, contracts, or headlines. It's about pride, resilience, and the will to see this crest reclaim its rightful place in the NFL. With every practice, every rumored name, every player that puts on a burgundy and gold, hope is renewed. And even if the national media still treats us as underdogs, we know what we have, a serious project, a hungry roster, and a fan base that doesn't give up. The future of the Commanders is being written now. And you can be sure, when this team takes the next step, when the wins start coming consistently, no one will doubt anymore. So if you're like me, if you cheer with every update, get emotional with every bold move, and believe we're about to witness something historic, this channel is your place. Subscribe to Commanders Fan News today, hit the bell, leave your comment, and share this video with other fans who, like you, are ready to defend this jersey with everything. Because the rebuild may be silent, but when it erupts, the noise will be championship level.